Yay, 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 yay. That was our Farmington, Minnesota 6th grade Bachman Middle School. And I am the goddess of radical self-love. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome to MECA. We are a support network for radical self-love and self-care with focused attention up and master manifesting, since today is Master Manifestation Monday, with focused attention on our community's most vulnerable, care receivers, and those who care for them, caregivers. When our community's most vulnerable and those who care for them feel valued and supported, we all can rest assured we are valued and supported as well, yes? Welcome, 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 welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you so much for helping build our family of radical self-love experts and experts in self-care and master manifestors. Thank you all so much for your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. And of course, donations so we can keep going. Yes, today is Magic Manifestation Monday. And I have all kinds of fun stuff for us today. And yes, our new deck, I told you guys we got a couple new decks last week. So our new deck is Doreen Virtues, right? Crystal Angel Oracle deck. So gorgeous. So excited. Crystals and angels, oh my. I'm just trying to find the card though. Holy crap, I'm hot. I should have changed. It was freezing this weekend, and now it is super beautiful to start out our day. Our whole week, I mean. Not just our day. It's going to be like this every single day for the rest of the summer. Well, summer hasn't started quite yet, but almost. Right? And today we pulled our brand new first ever Energy Oracle card. Look at all of the beautiful insights in that card. It's a great card to begin Mondays on, definitely, because in order to manifest, we must clear. Every day before I do our vlog, I clear and cleanse our space, right? Palo Santo I also use incense and my candles and clear the energy from myself, all of my chakras, especially my throat chakra, so I can communicate to you the thoughts of other worlds and my own combined as the conduit, correct? My own experiences, right? So you can all learn from the past, and when my throat chakra seems to be blocked because I can't speak, it sometimes is a bit hilarious. So, you know, can bring you a little bit of joy as well. Anywho, so I clear and cleanse my own energy, right? Then I clear and cleanse the room, and then I clear and cleanse your space as any viewers are coming on, and I wish us through them joy, peace, and prosperity, and to align to the highest good. And of course, when I am speaking, I do definitely, well, how do I explain it to you without telling you the entire thing? I welcome any of those who come in unconditional love and support and guidance to myself and all the viewers. So, and to, of course, show a pathway to viewers on different timelines. So whether or not you're listening today, as some of you are, or listening today as in a future event, it's all the same, right? They're still guiding you towards the message. And I have not much to do with it besides the conduit. Okay? I'm no different than you. I just have allowed my being to help others gain knowledge and wisdom from other sources and descent. Letting go of fear, doubt, worry, right? So this is a great card. Clearing negativity to begin with, always. Release negativity from within or around you. So I'll let you see it again. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity. You drew this card because there's a need to clear away negative energy from within or around you. This could be negativity in your present life or some grievance from your past that you have been harboring and have had difficulty forgiving. And I am going to clear away one negativity from my past, and I'll talk to you about that when I'm done. Remember, I use my life as an example for you. So that's why I speak on it, not out of ego. Fortunately, you don't need to consciously know which form of negativity you are clearing, nor are you advised to analyze it. For some. I mean, when it pops up, you'll know. After all, focusing upon negativity only gives it strength and power. So, if you have the same negative occurrence from the past keep popping up, though, we have to clear it. So that means going back to the root and examining it, right? And then letting it go. You need some self-care to clear yourself right now. Yay, because that's going to be our first thing we work on, right? This could take form of praying for God, Jesus, Archangel Michael, to lift away what doesn't serve you. And you know it here, as we are metaphysicists. We are open to all spiritual teachings, all Master Ascended teachers. Yes? Everyone is welcome. You may even want to ask a trusted religious or spiritual healer for help with this process. And of course, that is on our list for the website to be finished And then one of the first things that we're doing is opening up the lines of communication with me, so you can email, phone, and do live video chat. So all of that will be on our website very shortly. The Conscious Queen should be working on that right now, actually. So those who are highly sensitive often absorb lower energies. So it is nothing to fear or be ashamed of. It is simply a matter of taking care of the situation. Other effective clearing methods include sleeping next to a smoky quartz crystal. I use crystals all the time, and you all know it. Spraying sage oil, smudging a sage wand, or eating powdered sage spice. Soaking in a sea salt bath, which you know is part of my spiritual bath time and are definitely in my self-care plan. Spending time in nature, which is getting easier and easier now since it's so beautiful. Doing gentle exercise. About smoky quartz. The crystal is usually gray, brown, or black, and frequently translucent. Smoky quartz helps with psychic protection. Protect yourself, especially if you are a highly sensitive being. So if you're watching this, chances are, and also black onyx helps with that as well. That's what I wear on this, right? All the time. Never take it off. Smoky quartz helps with psychic protection, releasing negativity, clearing the past, and grounding. Yes. So, go get yourself some smoky quartz, and that will be on our website as well. So, you will be able to purchase crystals off of our website very shortly. So, I just need to write something down. Where did all my brand new pens go? I just bought, oh, so yes. Since it is Master, thank you so much, Smoky Quartz and our angel guides, Doreen Virtue, for making our beautiful oracle deck. Gratitude, gratitude, right? First. Gratitude for being able to make a Master Manifestation Monday plan, right? And just being here. I know. Believe me, if you read The Snake That Never Sheds, my memoir, you will understand when I say be thankful for just being here. That is, well, you would have never thought I would ever have said that in my life. Right? Well, you'll all see, whoever read it. So, since it's Master Manifestation Monday, it is time to get out our planners. Yes, yes, yes. I want to make my new sticker that's on there. I mean, this is our old, from our old caregiver crates. But, I mean, we're still keeping pretty much, I mean, I love the angel wings and stuff, so we might have just this on the inside cover or something. Or maybe I'll just do it like this and then do our Radical Self-Love logo inside. Yes. So, get out your planners and, okay, part of this has to be fun. When you guys are doing your manifestations for Monday, right, make it fun. I forgot my stickers, but I do have stickers. And, you know what, I'm going to just grab them really quick. My stuff. Alright, I don't know where the stickers are. However, I wanted to talk about this anyway. So, we want to make everything fun. And maybe some of you are too professional and just like things to be nice and clean and orderly and whatever. But I like things to be fun all the time, and you guys know that. So I got some fun little Post-it pads to take my little notes when I need to, because I do take notes all the time, and I think I'll get back to them, but I don't. However, that's not the point. And I got some fun new pens that are all beautiful colors, you know, to like kind of just be happy. Yeah, everything makes me so happy. Just the little things. It's the little freaking things. You don't have to have anything that's like super profound happening all the time to be happy, right? You can make anything a magic moment for real. Like something you'll never forget, just out of the ordinary. So it all depends on your attitude and perception. So I was doing this for a reason, getting all this ready to write something down, and then I forgot. So hopefully I will remember. But anyway, let's go ahead and write some of our fun things in there for self-care, right? Beautiful outside, so we're definitely going on walks. And even if I have to work, I will take phone calls on walks. It will be fun. So, and we need tub time still. So, tub time, spiritual baths. Make sure you don't forget your sea salt, because sea salt cleanses your entire aura, right? It cleanses all the negativity and stagnant energy. And every time you take a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower, because they work the same way, you can literally ask for the universe to cleanse and release you from all toxic, negative, stagnant energy from your body, from your mind, from your soul, from your entire being, and let it wash away down the drain and infuse you full of new life, prosperity, love, peace, happiness, etc., etc. Right? So at times, yes, I do empty my tub. Well, this time I don't really have a choice because my tub always drains, which is okay. I'm not complaining. I'm just happy I have water and a basin for me to sit in. So it's okay. But as the water drains out, right, and then you put new water in, or as you're taking a shower and you let the old drain down the drain, the old releases and the new infuses, right? So it's kind of like a new moon versus the full moon. Full moon, you're releasing what no longer serves you, whereas the new moon, you're allowing new, different, better, and more to come in. Yeah? So we have walk, tub time. I would really like a massage, but I will have to ask somebody for this. Oh yes, I'm going to write down P.O. Box on here too, because then you guys can send gifts, like a massage. Yeah, you help me and I help you. Walk, tub time, what? Painting. Friday painting party, but I might be leaving then, so maybe we should do it on Thursday. Yeah, because I really want to finish my painting. It's coming so close. And I know I need to do my nails, so I could put that down. I'm going to do my nails, not go get them done. I can do it myself. I do not want to pay somebody $100 to do my nails, even though it is relaxing, and you kind of do get a massage at the same time. But that will come later. Anyway, so we do our plan, right? And then for self-care, that's always first. First. And then we go on to our education. Well, I want to show you guys first, before we go on to the Master Manifesting Magic and everything, a couple of amazing gifts that I got this week. And, well, I thought it was a frog, but he told me he's a toad. It doesn't matter because they're really the same difference. Yeah. He's so cute, isn't he? I didn't even know I was getting him. He's so chubby. Now I have to find some little flies so that, like, you know, fake flies. Or, I mean, I'm not going to find real flies, obviously, but so that they can feel like they're being fed because they need help too. So, frogs, toads, whatever. They, you know, like, can't jump backwards. They can only move forwards, right? And even though we like to revisit the past, it's over and done with. So, and frogs are also lucky. And I learned all kinds of stuff about them this weekend. I like totally read all this. Yeah, I do that research on frogs and weird stuff. But, you know, they are a lot like snakes. And I'm a snake. So it would make sense that frogs are stupider. I love all these words that I make up. It's so hard for me to do this when I'm watching the birds. It's like, so bad. Anyway, so, like, basically, frogs have been used and idolized, right, for, like, way back. And actually, even the Egyptians would, like, treat them, like, mummify them and stuff when they would die. So, I mean, they would, like, that's how much they honored the frogs and toads, yeah. And because of their poisons, too, some naughty witches, which, you know, I mean, we can all use our forces for good or evil, and I only... most witches will only use their forces for good. But everyone has a choice. So the froggies, because they have poisons, had been actually used in some tonics and whatnot to kill people. So, so obviously they were, every single time. I mean, like, I really suck at this, you guys. I know. So, it's on. It's off. So, I don't get it. Anyway. So, that was, the frogs had a lot to do with why, the pagan religion, it was kind of like outlawed, right? And because people were afraid of these, well, normally I think it was really about some women killing their husbands off. I'm like, from what I read, so I just thought it was interesting. So I'm not telling anybody to go catch a poisonous frog and make a tonic. I'm just giving you some history. Yeah, but I mean, we are, Lilith is in, like, Pisces still, I believe. Anyway, I'm going to, like, stop going on. And then I got, yes, it is a clear crystal quartz. And it is, it's so, there's, like, hardly any inclusions in it. It's crazy. And it is my fortune-telling bowl. I'm so excited. Like, it's so cool because everything in this is like backwards, right? So like up is down and left is right. It's amazing. I'm so excited. So, moving on. Okay. I keep on having the numerology or 4, 4, 4, lots of 4s all around me again, which has happened many times, but I think it's building times that it happens for me, right? You're going to start building manifestations. So I got this book this weekend, Becoming a Practical Mystic, which it has lots of nice like incantations and some really cool thoughts that align with mine. So I thought we would use it especially for Magic Mondays because since I kept having 4 come up and I saw this, I was like, well, this really leads me a lot to talk to you guys about it. So whenever I have something keep on saying, like, lighting up, it's like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to be talking about. And sometimes somebody just tells me. But when the 3 become 4, for something to take form, a foundation must be built. That being so, the 3 become the 4. Hermetic principle. So nobody steal my ideas because it's going on our Teespring and you can buy it. Yes, but let's go. The divine triangle of creativity is a magnetic field of 3 energies: thesis, antithesis, and synthesis, but it is not in form. So I'm just going to read what these are quick. Thesis, the new creation is conceived. Antithesis is the method of attainment is passed through. And synthesis, the statement of the new ideal is made real. All creative processes begin in the mind. When a cosmic law formulates in our lives, however, it fulfills the metaphysical maximum. The 3 become 4. Just as a pyramid seems to be a triangular structure until you view it from the top and see that its foundation is a square. I'll just keep reading for a second. When the 3 becomes 4, a foundation is built in the concrete world for a new creation to take form. This weekend I met someone at a restaurant, and I had seen him. His ring was like incredible, and it's a pyramid. And then he has on it like sigils, Egyptian sigils, and I'm like, "Are you a magician?" And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah, you are. You really are. Like, you don't just buy and wear a ring like that. That is like something that's attracted to you. I mean, it finds you. You're its home. You're its host." And it was very powerful ring. So, again, the 3 becomes a 4. It was just another sign. I keep on having people ask me what my tattoo is with like the 3 circles, but it's really 4 circles because there's 3 circles with one on around the edge, right, holding them all in. So divinity is 3, but to put it into manifestation, it is a 4. So we're thinking on Mondays, Magic Mondays, manifestation about 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? You need to have the base in order to build upon. It has to be a stable, structured base. space. Now these dynamic superhuman energies shift into ordinary human activities. There are 4 directions, 4 archangels who stand guard at the 4 corners, 4 winds, 4 temperaments, 4 seasons. In the building blocks of any new creation, we flow through 4 distinct functions. 1. Reception. You will begin to receive thoughts about whatever you are creating. If you get a negative thought or one that is harmful in any way, you can defocus and let it die of inattention. If it is a desired creation, an experiment is being set up by your focus and attraction, and you will begin to receive further thoughts about what is coming into being. At first, these thoughts will accumulate around what your ego thinks it knows about such matters, basing these concepts on perceptions of past experiences and fantasies. If we are full of misconceptions, the experiment will become tainted by these delusions. I'm just going to write down what I wanted to talk about so I don't forget. Sorry. Assimilation. The experience of whatever you are creating in the outer world is initiated at this stage. So, on the weekend, you might be full of reception, receiving, right? And then assimilation, we're going to start writing some things down on Master Manifestation Monday, right, for the week. The experience of whatever you are creating in the outer world is initiated at this stage. Through experiencing the ups and downs of our thesis, we learn, and as we do, we hone our creation. Whatever error or faulty vision we may be operating under is refined at this stage through the crucible of experience in our daily routine. So, you have to set your daily routine to align with whatever intention you're setting on Monday, right? So if you want something to manifest by Friday, or you have a larger manifestation, you have to lay it out in a daily routine how this is going to come about. And it doesn't mean it has to come about, because something better might come in. It's setting you up within the flow of receiving whatever the universe has in store for you. You just might not be thinking big enough yet. So don't get too hooked on that initial idea of the manifestation that you want, right? But go through the steps either way. The higher self and the shadows struggle through this stage. But through love, acceptance, inner dialogue, and making all negative aspects conscious, the ways of your darker side can eventually be refined to match the higher self's ways. The refinement will happen through the pain of failure, negativity, disillusionment, or sometimes humiliation. But hopefully you will also be assimilating the higher self's strengths to offset some of this ordeal. Now, remember, if it's just like negative voices, aspects of your conscious thoughts that you're hearing, that, to me, as my guides have told me, really has nothing to do with you. It's just programming from society, familial programming from families, social programming, educational programming, peer programming, anytime somebody said something negative to you, or you felt where you were being compared to somebody else, and maybe we're not on the same level, or somebody told you something bad about yourself, whatever, and it stuck, right? Those voices, thoughts that are stuck in your consciousness, really have nothing to do with you. It's programming. It's not really your true feelings of yourself, and none of them have any validation at all, because we cannot compare ourselves to anyone else, ever. We are perfect, like, we are our own being. Like, each one of us is our own planet, right? I mean, so intricately made, and so different from every other being, yet there are similarities. It's just our actual being, right, is so unique. And we're all in our same own lane. We're all in our own lane. If we were all cars, there'd be no other car like us on the road, right? So we're just complete unique individuals. There is no comparing. There is really no right or wrong in some instances when you're looking at the actual self, because you are such a unique individual that there's no one to compare it to. However, because we are both human and divine, right? You're a human being, and the whole idea is eventually to be able to be fully divine without and perfect. We do have master ascended teachers to show us how to do this. And I believe that there will be a possibility of us doing this. However, we have to all ascend together. So that's where the frustration comes in a bit, because we all use the same subconscious mind, universal subconscious mind, and until everybody's on the same next level, we cannot ascend. Some people can, right? But then there's going to be teachers who stay back and help the rest, because we're not going to hold anyone back. It's just, as an actual human race, we have to do it together, because it's a collective subconscious, right? We are whatever we think we are as a humanity, not only as an individual. So it gets tricky. But you'll see more people changing and more people stepping into alignment with ascension. And the more people step into that, the easier it will be to, pull the rest of them, basically. They'll just get caught up, and it's not going to be like a choice. It's just going to be automatic. So the more that people have higher consciousness thinking, the more others will without trying. Yeah. That was a lot. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. And then on the other side, any positive thoughts, mostly from your higher self, right? And your guides, whatever you call them. I'm on the outside, not on the inside, just so you know. Oh, yeah. Where's that thing that I have? I wanted to show you guys. I don't want to forget this. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. And I have a telephone call in like just a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'll just keep going. I think it's like this because I have literally so much in my planner. It's like I can't stop, right? I just want to do this all day. Just let me do this. Just kidding. So, The higher self and the shadows struggle through at this stage, but through love, acceptance, inner dialogue, and making all negative aspects conscious, the ways of your darker side can eventually be refined to match your higher self's ways. This refinement will happen through the pain of failure, negativity, disillusionment, or sometimes humiliation. Sorry, I had to say it all again. But hopefully you will be simulating the higher self's strengths to offset some of this ordeal. You won't really, like, it won't drag you down if you do go through some, like, humiliation or, like, really telling your truth out loud, whether, like, people find that, like, wow, like, this person is really struggling, but you're not. You're just letting go of some of the things from your past, and this is the way you chose to do it, which other people don't always understand. Transmutation. This part of the purification process elevates your lower urges or ideas to a higher plane. So we can always transmutate the energy too, right? Something has corrected itself through exposure to a higher idea or experience. Death and rebirth have taken place. The positive ego and the higher self bring about this stage. And another thing about transmutation, anytime you're feeling an ick, a really great way to do it. I mean, obviously your self-care, because that's what we do here, right? But self-care being like, what is your immediate self-care things that you can do if you're going through a situation? Well, we have the breathing bracelets that I do, that I, you know, 4 in, pause for 4, 4 out, pause for 4, you know, like all those, like that helps to transmute your energy if you're going through some like very unsettling situation that is brought on you. If you, let's say, are just feeling like down in the dumps, like jam out to some music, paint, do whatever you do that makes you feel good. That isn't about falling back on addictive bad behaviors like toxic behaviors or things like, let's use like falling back on like physiological needs, which would be like, well, at times sleeping is okay, but don't do it because you're depressed, right? Like if you need to rest, that's one thing, but if you're doing it because you're just depressed, I mean, even though it's a good reset, you will know if you're overdoing it. So, food would be a backslide, you know, like going to food to compensate for your feelings. Drinking, like that's a physiological need, is water or drinking, right? So if you're drinking alcohol, let's say, you're falling back on that instead of using some of your higher self-care things. So it's always like looking at your self-care. Are you doing what's outlined in your higher realms of the MECA Maslow manifestational map that you can find on the Patreon for $1 or on my website coming up, right? We have to keep it in sync. So how are you doing your self-care? Are you choosing the higher route or are you choosing the lower route? If you're choosing the lower route, you're not going to be able to manifest the things in your life you really want. You'll get stuck in a rut. So, and you can always bone and fret, like me. So, the transmutation part is a very difficult time. I mean, for some and at some points of our lives, right? Because the transmutation part can take a long time. It's like the shedding of the skin and the, you know, cocooning period for the butterfly. And sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. So we really have to have a clear plan of how we're going to do it the easiest and the most like supportive for us, right? So when any part of ourselves becomes hardened in the coverings of egoism, it is consumed in the fire of our transmutation. If we cannot get the point through our inner psychological work, symbolic visions, or dreams, the self will set up a crisis in our outer lives. This crisis can sometimes bring us to our knees, so we will come out of denial and look our error squarely in the face. So if we just stay with the self-care that's positive, most often you can avoid those crippling crises, right? I mean, we can choose the higher route so that those crisis events don't keep happening as well. For expression, in this stage, the new creation is lived, radiating naturally from our heart's desire and transmitted through our transformed ways of thinking. Expression is our service to humanity. The new creation is now being stated in the world, perceived as fact. It is showing through us as us. All three aspects of the self have integrated around whatever you were learning about or making conscious. Now the experiment is a fait accompli, whatever. Exercise co-creating. Take some time now to study the 4 functions of creativity: reception, assimilation, transmutation, and expression. Then see which of these you are naturally inclined towards and note the stages where you may stumble, hurried pass through, or be unskilled. Then commit to make conscious your weakness and practice your unloved parts. Some people are great at envisioning new things, for example, but not so good at nurturing them, allowing them to mature. Others may never try to be creative, believing themselves to be dull and unimaginative. It was just incorrect spelling for language, whatever. If you are great at taking another's lead and patiently nurturing a project, but believe you are not creative, perhaps now is a good time to correct this misconception. For creativity is a universal human divine process available to all of us. No one is exempt from being a co-creator. Totally true. However, we all have different skill sets. And some people are better at coming up with new creations, right? And some people are just better at that imaginative role of what could be, while others are better at building it. So, I mean, working together, right? And realizing we can't do everything on our own is totally okay. And then being humble to admit that you can't do everything on your own, right? So, and then with that full moon, which is still kind of, out there, so just so you know, you can still do your letting go of anything. Last week on Facebook, I did kind of a call to action to some of my past friends, and some of them did pop up, which are always the same ones. So I don't know if I can save the video for on here, because I do really like what I said. I just don't think it's necessary to have on my Facebook. And plus, I really want to change to have a different Facebook for the Goddess of Radical Self-Love, and just keep the Leilani Madden one more for, my other jobs and for my family, because it does have my family pictures on there and stuff. And when I do master manifestations and talk about or show places I'm going, vacations and things like that, I really don't want them to be so I want to be able to prove more who sees my stuff, I guess, and not everyone deserves to see my life anymore because they're not a part of it. So here you can watch that part without seeing my real part now, because if I'm saying, hey, here's your chance to step up and say I still support you, or I support you and I see what you're doing and whatever, and then you don't, I already knew that you were my friend from the beginning, right? So the ones who always have been my ride or dies from when I grew up, they will come along and the others will stay back where they're supposed to, without being able to get to know anything about me and whatnot, because it's like they don't deserve to. And it's not just, sorry, I had stuff on my screen, and it's not just about them, it's about others as well. Like, why should anybody just get to watch and be a part of your life without really kind of like not earning it, but like if they don't understand what you're doing and they're not going to be supportive so that you can be supportive back and forth, like growing a community, then why are you there? Right? So yeah, I think I'm going to do like I'm going to take that off and move some of my videos that I have from up there over to like a new page, a new Facebook or something, is what I think I'm going to do. So look for the new Goddess of Radical Self-Love Facebook, right? Not yet. We have to get everything done. Probably later in the week. I really would rather get my website done first than Facebook. And then I just wanted to say, really quick before I leave, I can't read her name on here. I think I saw this amazing comic this weekend. Well, a couple of them, and I don't even know all of their names, and I wish I did. But it says ad comedian EMSPAT. Right? I don't know. It's so hard for me to freaking see this writing. It's not because I'm old either. It's because, like, you guys can see it probably better than me. But it's never too late to tell your truth. I just love it. And she's like, wow, I can't wait to find her name, since my data probably has it. Talk about her, because I'm going to get her book on Amazon, and I want all of you to like go and search for her, because she's freaking hilarious. Yeah, so in a way, I know we haven't done a Course in Miracles for a while, so I might do a meditation with that later, and we'll see how much time I have, because my time is super limited. Oh my gosh, what the hell is that? Oh, Palo Santo is all over my new notebook. So, yeah, I just have a million things to do. And luckily, I am a master manifester and manifested all of this. And so it's not a bunch of bullshit, it's a bunch of fun. And if you guys have any ideas for what you want to hear on the new podcast, for emergency calls and what happens afterwards, like any type of legal advice you'd want. And I really do want to focus on our caregivers and care receivers, because like they are, you know, our most vulnerable population. Let's hear from them, and let's find out what concerns they have with emergency. Well, I would say our caregivers, care receivers, especially our seniors, like anytime, well, you guys have heard of like individuals who have maybe, let's say, autism spectrum disorder, and a police officer doesn't know their diagnosis and they're acting like aggressive, and the more they're coming at them, the more aggressive they're acting, and the individual with ASD ends up losing their life because officers did not know. So those are like more of the focus stories that I want to do, or seniors who are not getting the proper care they deserve, right? I'm sorry, I just got all emotional. I just like realized like all of a sudden like all my manifestations for intentions from what I wanted the last 3 years, what I've been working on so hard. It's like all this stuff is just happening right now. It's just so amazing. So that's why I'm your teacher. And you all are mine. So, right? So you can see my dreams come true at the same time as yours coming true as well. Yeah? And we support each other in our goals, dreams, desires, and passions. I know we have nothing to fear. Our MECA community is here. Make everyone count always, right? I love you all so much. And we'll rock out with my son's choir. I don't know what song this is that's going to play, but so thank you all so much for sharing this time with me. It's the same one. Keep your lips. Keep your lips trimmed to burn. Yeah, they're so cute. I love the music. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for investing in yourselves, in your self-care. Thank you for manifesting a life you want and deserve so we can ascend together. I love you all so much. Thank you for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and donations, and all your purchases of the snake that never sheds. I love you all so much.